Hello my quilting friends, my name is Leah Day and today I'm going to quilt a design called Matrix Star, and this starts right in the center of your quilting space. I'm just trying to figure out which direction I want to go in. I think this looks pretty good. So we're going to stitch a very wiggly star shape. You know those stars that are just line based, you just crisscross over. So I'm going to start with kind of a triangle shape, then I'm going to aim right between those wiggly lines and then wiggle off in the other direction. And I need to wiggle down, but I want to get rid of these thread tails. They're going to be in my way the whole time if I don't get rid of them right now. So I just tie those thread tails in a knot. I bring that knot down so it's about 1/8 of an inch from the quilt surface. And then I insert a cheater needle. This is also called a self-threading needle, and you can find these on my website at leahday.com/cheater. And the reason I use these is that you can just pop the thread tails into the eye of the needle real easily and then send it through. So you don't have to sit there and poke the thread tails through the eye and spend a lot of time agonizing over it. You can just get it done real quick. And as you can see, I've done that so many times I can do it with gloves on. So it can become very, very quick. Okay, so now that I got that out of my way, I can wiggle down and aim for that tip of the star. So there we go. This is basically Superstar, another design that I've taught, only with wiggly lines. So now I'm going to extend that line, and the entire process now is echoing. So I'm doing a wiggly echo, just basically staying about 1/8, maybe a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch away from the line before. And as you can see, I am rotating my quilting space with every single line. Mostly I'm doing that because I'm having trouble seeing around my clear foot, and I want to be sure that I'm maintaining a nice consistent echo. But you know, you can leave your quilt in one position and just stitch it without rotating it. The thing about it is, please don't ever feel like you are not allowed to rotate your quilt. You're not allowed to shift it or reposition it. It's absolutely allowed. It's just one of those things that as your quilt gets bigger, rotating and shifting does become more challenging. What I think with this design is maybe rotating around so that way you can see the line you're stitching and then maybe the next few lines that you have to stitch as well. So in this case, I'm going kind of at an angle. It's when I'm stitching directly backwards that I have a lot of trouble seeing where I'm going. Okay, so this is a design that is really funky and freeform, and as you can see, it's going to create a very wiggly grid all over your quilt. So very similar to Superstar, it's going to create almost a grid effect, but it's going to be very wiggly wobbly, very asymmetrical. This is going to be a great choice for blocks. It's going to be a great choice to cover your entire quilt with all over style quilting. So in that case, what you'll do is instead of it being a small square, you'll get started right in the center of your quilt, pull up thread, stitch your star, and then just keep expanding those shapes all the way out to the outer edges of the quilt. Now the key with that, if you ever do any sort of all over design like that, and you're doing any sort of spiraling effect, which if you haven't realized, we are kind of in a way spiraling around this, you want to make sure that you are turning in a clockwise direction so that you're stitching clockwise. If you stitch counterclockwise, then you will end up with more and more bulk in the arm of the machine as you get further and further out. If you stitch clockwise, you're going to be closer and closer to the edge of the quilt, and that means that it's going to feel easier and easier the further out you get. So something to definitely keep in mind as you're getting started. Maybe mark that initial star shape on your quilt, get it marked and lined up so that way you can easily stitch it and you don't accidentally stitch it in the wrong direction. Now I'm looking at this and it's kind of a sad star. It's really wobbling off in one direction here, but I think it's really pretty in its own way. You know, it's one of those things you kind of have to just look at it as it's forming. And right now I'm running up against 2 points on my quilting space. I could stop at this point and start going back and forth to fill in that corner completely, or I could continue to spin around. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. Both ways are correct. It's one of those things, if you put this into a quilt and did all over style quilting like that, at one point you would be running off the edge of the quilt into the batting area, and you'd probably need to know what to do next. So here's what I would do in that situation. So this area right here is going from edge to edge. All I would do is just simply echo that line from one edge of the quilt to the other. And then when I reach the edge, travel stitch over. And if it was a really big quilt, I might break thread right there and then start over from the opposite side. Even though the thread break, you have to deal with that. But if it's in the batting, you actually don't. You can stitch into the batting and then just clip the thread tail short because that's going to be covered up by your binding. So, honestly, this might be the fastest method. Once you get the design out and it's reaching the edges of your quilting space, then just go from edge to edge. It's definitely open to you, and that might be a much faster way of quilting it. The key is once you get these lines in place, they can confuse you. You can see just how busy this is starting to look, and you've got to keep in mind what line you're on. So I believe I need to stitch all the way down. When you think about it, you kind of have to trace your finger on it. I was right here, I stitched down, I was right here. Now I need to stitch this way. That means a lot of travel stitching around the quilt, but that's okay. I want to get back on track and I don't want to end up in the wrong space. There we go. And then now I'll go in this direction. So really this is a very, very simple design. Stitch a wiggly star shape and then continue to echo and expand that shape until it fills your quilt completely. At any point in time, you can stop and just say that's the star you're going to stitch. Or you can keep on stitching, adding this extremely beautiful wiggly texture over your whole quilt. And here's what it looked like whenever I finished Matrix Star. I have now quilted and shared over 500 videos on free motion quilting on your home sewing machine. If you'd like to check out the free motion quilting design gallery, come and find it at leahday.com/design. Until next time, let's go quilts.